Well, I would say this is overdue. How you guys doing? It's Seth for Ratskill Productions, and I haven't done a diecast collection video in October 2016 was the last time, so about a year and a half, give or take, since the last time I did it. And a lot's changed pretty much. Quick overview here. I got another shelf, more IndyCars, hats. A lot of things have changed even from the last time I did the collection video. Toward the end of that season, my fandom sort of shifted. I swear it was at the end of last season, or 2016. It wasn't at the beginning of last season. I swear. Actually, you know what? I don't give a shit. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. But we got a lot of 124s, and I'm gonna actually take most of them out of the box to do this. So there's gonna be a lot of editing. So you know, sitting there. I'm gonna start over here with the NASCAR Authentics cars. We had to make a lot of room over there. So there you go. There's the old ones. And then start with the 16s and 17s, and those are basically the same as the last collection video, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, except for like the 17s, obviously. But the 16s are pretty much the same. No, wait. I got more of those. I got those in December. So, I lied again. There's the illustrious wall of tickets, which is pretty cool. Originally, today, there's no way I would have filmed this because I was planning on being in Martinsville for the truck race. I knew it was going to be pretty shitty weather. I didn't go. I'm glad I didn't. They only ran 24 laps and then canceled it for tomorrow, so I'm going to be there tomorrow anyway. Just go there. And for anybody who's seen my collection videos before, you've seen all these before already, all these cars, so I mean, yeah. Those CVS promos, that's just 06 Junior, and then those. I guess I'll go ahead and go over my Indy cars. I sort of rearranged them. I rearranged everything, but I'm gonna go over that when I get to them. And those are kind of crooked, but whatever. So there's my 2013 Indy cars. 2014 starts with that Montoya car, those Auto World car. You've seen all these before if you've seen my videos, and if not, well, I mean, unless you don't know, unless you weren't following IndyCar back in 2014, then probably at least seen these cars. So we got the 2015s right there. None of that Munoz, so my Outback flag's in the way now. Wonderful. More 2015s. It's kind of raining and snowing outside at the same time. I would have preferred to do this in sunlight because typically I like the way that looks with YouTube or with my camera better. But seeing as it is cloudy as can be outside, yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. There's that New Garden car. I like that one. You can see right here, those are basically the only cars I've bought this year that aren't Kyle Larson cars, and even then I've only bought 2 of them. So those are the only other ones I've bought. We got the Austin Dillon Coca-Cola 600 winner. I only got that because I was there, and I didn't feel like paying $70 for the 124 because I don't like Austin Dillon. Jimmy Johnson Food City 500 winner. If it'll fucking focus. Do I have autofocus off? Hold on. Okay, that explains it. I had autofocus off. I had manual focus on. And I don't feel like fucking with that. So there we go. The Bristol winner. I'd like to get that 124, but it's not going to happen. Truex Cobalt 400 winner. I mean, he won the championship. I thought it was cool to get. Some more 2016 IndyCars there. Rossi, Indy 500 winner. I was at that race. Going back again this year for the Indy 500. Can't wait for that. That'll be awesome, of course. Film a bunch of videos up there, of course. Let's just start back down here. We got those Matchbox cars I've shown in my previous collection videos. We got all my unboxed 164s. These are basically from years 06 to 2010, with a minor exception of those Dale Earnhardt cars and that Ken Schrader 36 M&M's car right there, that whatever that 33 is. I don't even remember who drove that, but basically everything else is from that time period. We got some random, I think, Champ car or something right there. I don't even know if that's actually one that drove. Probably not, since there are not any sponsors on it. Then a Danica 08, I think. Then some random sprint car. A couple, one of those truck trailer ones that they did back in the day. If anybody remembers those, Winter Circle did them. We got a Dale Jr. What was it? Fucking Elite car. And I rearranged everything because I realized that any other shelf you do, you start at the top and then move downward. And then so I rearranged everything to do that. The only reason I didn't move these to the top was because they're unboxed and I didn't want them like rolling off or something. That's probably not gonna happen, but so let's just start with the 2011s that are in the boxes. Well, actually, that's all the 2011s. All the 2011s are in their boxes. So, the last collection video I did, I didn't have these out of. I had them in a big box because I didn't have the room, but I've gotten that other shelf since then, and I have the room now. I mean, I had the room, I just didn't have the shelving for it. So now I've gotten the shelving. Put them back out. So, here we go. That's the Tony Stewart Champion car. Makes me realize how long ago this year was. And this was my first year on YouTube. 2011 was. I had a channel before this one, and every now and then I regret deleting it just to have it. Just as a sort of a time capsule. But come to think of it, the videos were probably cringy as shit, so I'm kind of rushing through this just because it's already gonna be a long video, probably pushing 20 minutes with all the 124s. Part of me thinks I should get them all out and show them all in better detail, and part of me thinks that's going to take way too long. And the other part of me thinks, oh, I don't have anything else to do today, so why the hell not? And the other part of me is lazy. Here we are down at the next level. That's the end of the 2011s. We got some random cars here. I got that Carl Edwards autograph, one on that Nationwide car. We got that Kyle Busch Eldora dirt win, back when they did that. Tony Stewart's foundation did that. Let's go ahead and start with the 2012s. Those are kind of crooked too. I apologize. I apologize for the lighting. It's kind of crappy, but that's okay. There's the Brad Keselowski Champion car in a can. I got that signed at a Martinsville test in, I think, 2013. I also got that one's signed too. But I have a video about NASCAR autographs, and pretty much all of them. Sorry, that's bugging me. I don't know how it got like that, but I only did this recently. This whole redo thing, so. Oh wait, I didn't touch this section, that's why, because it didn't need to move. Anyway. Yeah, so I got a good half dozen Kyle Larson autographs that I've acquired over the past couple years. So I finally figured out how to find drivers' appearances. Made me feel kind of stupid throughout the years. So like, how does anybody find these? And then, a few people made some videos about it. So I've been able to figure that one out. So I got a few more autographs, pretty much all Kyle Larson autographs. And then there's I got some other, like when Kyle's at Plan B sales, there'll be other people. I got Sam Bass and Jeremy Clemens and people like that. But not really talking about the cars too much because, pretty self-explanatory. That's AJ Allmendinger. If you forgot, that's AJ Allmendinger in the 22 car there. Getting Harvick cars. My arm is getting fucking tired. I got a Nos Rowdy there. I got a Dew Shine in the back, and then the throwback Pepsis there. There we go. There's the Gordon cars. We're gonna take a look at that later, just since we're sort of going through the 2012s right now. And I apologize for the cords. I've got my phone charger plugged in the back over here, and I've got my computer cable also in the back. So my apologies, but kind of rushing it because I don't want this video to be too long, but I do need to show everything. So my programs are kind of in the way there. There's, just for the record, there's my programs. I might go through those one day. Not likely, because nobody really cares, I don't think. In fact, if you do care, you actually want to see them, let me know. That's Jimmy Johnson. That's an autograph right there. There's the Kurt Busch cars autographed. Again, if you want to see most of my autographs. It's from about 3 years ago, the video is, but most of my autographs are in there. If you want to see. I've gotten a couple since then, and I'll go through the ones that are fairly new, as in the past couple years. That Kurt Busch is autographed. That Truex is autographed. Long time ago. Now he's a Cup champion, which is hard to believe. I didn't know. Never have thought that when I got that autograph that he'd be a Cup champion in 5 years from then, but or five and some change, I got that Dale Jr. Dark Knight Rises set, and I wish the lighting was better. In fact, I could grab it if I wanted to. I just sort of flipped the top of the box around. And still, 5 years later, credit to Robbie Noonan, I still have that Zest bar of soap that's shaped like Matt Kenseth's car from 2012. I wouldn't think about getting rid of that thing for the world. I got some. I'm just going to show some little things here. Little things I've acquired. Those are my Martinsville tickets. I got them upside down because my address is on there. So First Data at the First Data 500 was giving out these cards for $5, and I ended up with a bunch of them. They also had these, so I wanted them. Obviously, since they didn't make the First Data car last year. I found this Jeff Gordon 2008 license plate at some thrift store for like $1.75 or whatever I got it for, so I had to get that. Here's a couple autographs. We got Joe Gibbs to sign following the Cup race in the spring at Martinsville last year, so that was pretty cool. The first time I ever got Kyle Larson's autograph, there's Ricky Stenhouse, and then that's just the little Plan B sales thing for the meet and greet. So that was cool. Actually, I never showed this. I apologize. You might have seen it when I did the things, but after the SDP 500 last year, we ended up sticking around for a long time and getting Brad Keselowski to sign for us, and that was really cool. I mean, we won the race, so had him sign our tickets. That was really cool. Glad he did that for us. He didn't have to. Brad's a good guy. He gets a lot of shit, but Brad's a really good guy. Has been every time I've met him. So, again, with the defending myself thing, toward the start of 2015, whenever, I swear to God, this is true. I know it's ironic that Newgarden wins a championship, and now I'm claiming fandom. But I understand that, but in 2015, before that, I was a Ed Carpenter fan. I still like Ed Carpenter a lot, obviously. I like Ed Carpenter, but he didn't race all the races, obviously. I really needed a guy to pull for on a week-to-week basis when it wasn't an oval race. Somebody to pull for the championship. And so when Sarah Fisher Hartman Racing and Ed Carpenter Racing merged together for 2015, that left Joseph Newgarden there. And I'd already kind of liked Joseph a little bit because I liked his interviews and stuff. They were always pretty fun. But yeah, and then the next year I became a big fan, and then he went to Penske, and then he won a championship. And so I have his preferred freezer car that he ran at the Indy 500. I believe that's his first 118, as far as I can tell. And then the one from last year, and I still got to get the championship one from last year. That's my goal. Like, I don't have enough room to really collect a whole lot of IndyCar 118s, but I'm just going to get Joseph Newgarden ones, and in fact, I'm going to run out of room soon because they're making 2 from this year, so that's 3 that I'm going to need that I don't have, that are either out or plan on, but I'm not going to have the room for it, but I'm going to try anyway. We got a 2014 Scott Dixon 124 that Auto World made. My 132nd scale Dale Earnhardt Coca-Cola car. If you guys want to see that, just let me know. I have a 143rd scale 2016 Ferrari Sebastian Vettel F1 car. I want to get a 2017. Did I say 17? This one's a 16. I want to get a 2017. They made the Red Bulls and the Ferraris, and I think they made the Mercedes too, but I want to get the Red Bulls for sure, because I think those look really cool. So, alright, back up to the top here, after our little IndyCar and F1 detour. Starting with the 2013 cars. We've got... This is like when I stopped sort of trying to get everything, and now I really don't try and get everything. I just try and collect a couple drivers. And, in fact, soon, by soon I mean within the next year, it's the real reason, like I've collected mostly Larson cars the past couple years, and I'm going to still try and get some race versions of races I went to. Mostly this year, I think I'm just going to try and go for the Charlotte and Martinsville fall races, so the Truex win, mostly because he won the championship, and I'd have gotten the Jimmy Johnson ones last year, when the 16 ones. I'd have gotten both of them if they'd made them in ARC, but they made them in Elite only, and I couldn't afford that. I'd have maybe thought about it if it was Jeff Gordon, but not. I couldn't spend $250 on Jimmy Johnson cars. I just couldn't. I like Jimmy Johnson. In fact, I pull for him anytime he's close to the front these days, as long as Kyle Larson's not racing him. But he's definitely one of the best of this generation, for sure. Anybody who denies that is delusional. But anyway, so since Truex won the championship, I feel like I got to get that one, the Auto Owners Charlotte win. And then that Kyle Busch Martinsville win, because it looks pretty cool. So I'll try and get both of those. And maybe I'll review them. I don't know. I don't really get any views on my reviews anymore, so I don't know if there's really any point. I don't really care to do them. It's just kind of fun, sort of, run through the car. I mean, I'm going to try and get those Larson race wins. That's the thing, is Larson wins are easier to get right now because they've just started coming out. But eventually, within the next year, I'm going to start going back into the back catalog of my Jeff Gordon collection. Since I was typically too young to really be able to afford a lot of 124s when Jeff Gordon was racing. And I was first a fan. I'm just going to sit down so I can actually see the viewfinder. By the way, we've passed the 2014s, we're on to the 2015s now. There's not a whole lot of 2015s that are not Kyle Larson or Jeff Gordon cars that I own. In fact, that's the last of them. So from there to there, that's it. Now we start the 2016s. There's a few more 2016s for sure. Because I was going to a lot more races, and I just decided I was gonna. I didn't decide; it just kind of happened. I was like, "Oh, I like that car, and I like that car, and I like that car." I bought most of those Chase Elliott's from that year, and most of them are pretty cool cars. I tend to like most of them, but Some of them I don't like at all. Like just one of them. I don't really care for that Kelly Blue Book that much, but I had to get those Jimmy Johnson championship cars because I just love that paint scheme to death, especially with the yellow all on it. It's I'd hate they changed it really because that's one of my favorite paint schemes. We've got funny way to spell Alex Bowman. We've got Alex Bowman's Dale car there, or Mountain Dew car, whatever the fuck. And then basically my only 2017 164 Gold Series cars, except for I think I bought the Larson Michigan win 164. Alright, here are my tires. I got two of them. The one on top is a Kyle Larson. I have no idea from what race, because Chip Ganassi Racing doesn't really say. It's a left front, left rear, or left front. It's a left side tire, whichever one. Again, I don't know where, but I had to get that. They're usually cheap if you're in the Charlotte area for a race, or even not a race, as long as the race teams are open. They like to sell sheet metal and tires and stuff. So, you know, if you ever want one of those things, it's really relatively easy to get. And then the bottom one right there is Chase Elliott's Darlington tire from 2016. I like that one. I like that one a lot, obviously. Really cool tire. Let me just show you some of the things I got around here. I've got a couple books. I got In the Blink of an Eye by Michael Waltrip. Good read. Sundays Will Never Be the Same by Darrell Waltrip. Pretty good read. It's been a while since I read it, but good read. We got Jeff Burton's 2006, I think, singular car. We got a Ken Schrader little tin car right there. We've got my two memorable moments sets from 2013, the Darlington race and then the Daytona 500. We've got a couple Revell, like 1996, I think, 124 cars right there. You can see I'm a fan of Jeff Gordon, and you can't read that on the bottom there because it's covered, but it says, and anybody who beats Joey Logano, I think, not anybody who wrecks, it just beats. Right there, we've got a Terry Labonte 10 again. And then we've got Kyle Busch, Johnny Bravo, 2005, I believe. And then we got a Ricky Rudd. What year is that? 2001. Texaco Haviland Ford. And then a Kyle Petty, I think 06 or 5 or 4. Somewhere between 2004 and 2006. I think it's 2004, actually, now that I think about it. Whatever. One of those years. There's some things in the middle of the tires, like underneath the tires. Not underneath, but in the, obviously a tire's round. It has a hole in the middle, so. Oh, anyway, let's, what are we going to look at now? We're almost to the end of anything 164 related, because mostly I skimmed over it. So we're just going to look at all like the 164 Jeff Gordons, and then we're going to get into the meat of the 124 scale cars. Got a 1998 Winston Cup a championship Jeff Gordon car. Obviously they're all Jeff Gordon, fuck. A 1990 Beast MP Sprint car. I'm not sure what that means. That was one of those Lifetime Series Jeff Gordon. We've got 2014 Authentics Dover Win chase car. So that's pretty cool. That one was pretty rare, if I'm not mistaken. I barely found it. I searched like 6 or 7 Walmarts for it. And then his 2015 3M Authentics car. Right there. Let's just go. I have all 3 of my goodies headache relief shot right there now. Mostly I have 2 of them, I know, because they go with my Gordon, the race wins, but then one of them's for the Dale Jr., and there's no room to actually show the Dale Jr., so it was just kind of sitting there on the table. But anyway, the first 5 there are 07, then we got 08, 09, 10, 10, and then the out-of-the-box version of his 1987 sprint car. I think it's 87. I have a boxed version of that down there, but we'll get to that in a minute. You've probably seen all these. 2011, 12, 12. There's that TMNT car. Pretty cool. I wish I'd gotten that 124. I couldn't really afford that back then, but in hindsight, that'd have been cool. 2013, that one's autographed. That one, shit, this one. I'm going to show that. Hell yeah. Autographed Jeff Gordon cars. Can't go wrong with that. So 13 all the way until you get to the black boxes. Obviously, once I have that over here because he won the race and I was there, so that's that car. We'll get to that later. 2014. God, I don't like talking this much, I'll be honest. Still 2014. 2014. 14. 14. 15. And then most of these are 2015 after this. I basically bought every 164 2015 Jeff Gordon that they made. The liquid color, rainbow throwback car, sorry. The Chase Exalta, the Iron Man, the regular and the color, or the liquid color Martinsville Win 164s. The Exalta Service King. The Pepsi Chase, the Final Ride clean version, and the Final Ride race version. The Martinsville program car from that year for that race. And then the 2016 cars that were Dale Jr. cars that Jeff ran. So I have those. The Exalta Nationwide and Nationwide Gray Ghost. So those are pretty cool. At Martinsville last year, I got a hold of the Premier... What was it called? The whatever Bush Clash Chroma color. Chroma Premier. Fuck me. Okay. The Chroma Premier Bush Clash car from 1997. Yeah, that one. There's my in the box sprint car. Those are the 1997 Lifetime Series cars. And then I've also picked up on eBay, those are like $4 or $5 I got this for, the Jurassic Park The Ride car. I'd like to get that in 124 one of these days. We'll see if that happens. But we've got, I believe, 2003, the DuPont one in the far. That's the 2003 DuPont car. I played with that thing a lot. As you can see, I've got some chips all on it. And then we got, I think, the 05, yeah, it's the 05 Pepsi car. I didn't play with that one as much, mostly because it was my brother's, and then I stole it from him, I believe. 1999? 1999 DuPont Rainbow Standard paint scheme. Okay, so I'm going to have to edit the piss out of this to make this watchable, but let's go ahead and look at the 124s right now. I'm going to get them all set up, and I'll come back. Alright, first up is the 2006 Nicorette car, as I eloquently put it last time. The original Peppermint. Pretty cool. The 07 Phoenix Win, color chrome. Ended up picking this up for about $35 at Plan B sales last year, when they did the Kyle Larson, Jeremy Clements, and Sam Bass autograph session. Here's the 2007 Talladega Win. I reviewed this on my channel. It special to me because I wanted it in the 10-year anniversary. It was my birthday, so it was pretty cool. Anyway, let's go look at the next three. And here we go with probably my two favorite cars that I own. There's three in here, but my first two are some of my favorites that I own, period. Here's my Jeff Gordon 2013 Martinsville winner. I've actually made minor adjustments to this car. As you can see, this car had... Oh, shit, motherfucker. This car had a window at their event when I bought it recently, as in, I think, December. I unscrewed the base and I popped that window out. So, happy with how that turned out. This again is not really my favorite paint scheme of Jeff's ever, but I like it more than I did when I first saw it back in 2013. But I also got rid of that little window net piece that they always put on the short tracks that they never actually run on the short tracks. I put that on. I got rid of that too. But anyway, I've reviewed this car, so if you want to see the rest of it in great detail, go find that. Just scroll down a little bit. And then I'm not sure which of these is my favorite, because both of these are the 2 times I saw Jeff win, and this is his last win. I saw Jeff's last win, and then a year later his last start, so that's pretty cool. I wish they'd make a race version of that car, that 88 car, but they won't, so that's fine. Probably too late anyway, but absolutely love this car to death. Nothing wrong with this car. In fact, that's accurate. The Sprint Cup logo. I don't know why they did that on the real car, but that is how it happens. So, and then I got this Pepsi Chase 124. Also reviewed this on my channel. If you want to see that, go take a look. Yeah, let's move on to the rest of the 124s. Alright, now here we have all the 124s with the old style box. All the rest of them anyway. All the non-Jeff Gordon ones with the old style box. Alright, so we got Kyle Busch's 2012 Bud Shootout winner. I got this one mostly because I didn't really, this was my first Platinum Series 124. I got this because I liked this paint scheme a lot, and I figured it could, if the race one was already out, might as well. I really wanted the Miss Brown car from that year, but they didn't make a whole lot of those. You can't find them now. I wish I'd been able to get a hold of one, but I couldn't have. So there's that. I like that car still. And I didn't really like any of the Jeff Gordon paint schemes from that season for some reason. But next up, I don't know if I've showed this on video here for this channel. We got Jimmy Johnson's 06 Shamu car. I really love this car. I sought this out, and I got it for around 30 bucks, give or take, on eBay. It seems to be a lot more expensive than that now, running about 50 to 60 bucks now, so I'm glad I got it when I did. This was the first race version I got of a race I went to, Jimmy Johnson's 2013 Martinsville winner. I've always been kind of gripey on this one since it doesn't have a colored splitter at all, which looks really fucking weird. The name banner looks odd, of course, as they all did in 2013, but I'm still glad to have it. It's my first race win of a race I went to, so that's pretty cool. This next one here, this was a Christmas gift from Race Day 2011, a couple years ago. This one's pretty cool. This is Kurt Busch's Chase 2014 car, and it's autographed by Kurt. It's one of the special autograph editions, so that's really cool. Glad to have that in the collection. That's really awesome. It's not really my favorite paint scheme. The 2014 Kurt Busch car is not really my favorite as far as paint schemes go, but it is awesome nonetheless to have that. It's really awesome. And then finally, the last one for this section of cars is the Dale Jr. 2014 Martinsville win. This car, I love this car. Since it's a mostly white car, you get all sorts of dirt, rubber buildup, and the confetti looks really cool on it. And it actually it really matches like the car, because it's blue and yellow, and the car is blue and gold, so it matches well enough. This is one of my favorite race wins I own. Quite frankly, I really like this one a lot. So, anyway, let's go on to the rest of the cars. Now here's the rest of my non-Kyle Larson, non-Jeff Gordon window box cars from 2015 and further. Ironically, these are all 2016. That's just, I guess it's a coincidence, I don't know. I just haven't bought a whole lot of 17s. Really, I only have about like 10 total 2017s, maybe. 3 Larson 124s, and then whatever 164s I have. So maybe it's like a dozen, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is Chase Elliott's 3M 124. Obviously it's a 124. Dumbass fucking idiot. Anyway, this was also another gift from Robbie Noonan, Race Day 2011. So thank you again, Robbie. Very cool gift. Next up is Kurt Busch's monster car from 2016. I just had to get this one. This one still is one of my favorite paint schemes on the track. It's just simple, but it's nice. I wanted to get last year's. I never got around to it. I might just skip it and go ahead and get this year's whenever it comes out, maybe. Because it's the same thing as last year's, and I like the Ford look to it. It looks cool. So maybe not. I don't know. Next up is Kyle Busch's 2016 Martinsville winner. I plan to get the 2017 to match it. Not match it, but just to go with it, because it'll be cool. Very cool. I like this car a lot, even though it's got a shit ton of confetti everywhere. It's really cool looking though. And then speaking of getting cars to go with other cars, my 2016 Charlotte win will look pretty cool with this, since they're both auto owners cars, and it's both the two out of the 2 times I've seen Martin Truex win, so it's pretty cool. This car's nice. I like it. I like this paint scheme a lot more than the regular auto owners, quite frankly. But I'm at least glad for the Charlotte one. It's got the playoff green shit all over it, so at least it adds a little bit to it. Because it's kind of a bland car, really, but it's cool. So there's the render. I mean, I really like this car. I like all these cars. All right. Let's go ahead and get into all those suckers right back there. Actually, I completely forgot about it before right now. I haven't even moved my 124s out of the way, but I did not show my 164 Larson cars. I've still got some work to do on these, and obviously I got a lot of work to do on my 124 Larson collection, but it's hard when you're a college student. I'm sure any of you out in school know it's difficult. But, okay, let's get to the 124s. Just going to go by year order for the Larson cars. We've got the 2015 Homestead winner. This is autographed by Kyle Larson. I won this actually in the Plan B sales drawing that they did during this autograph session. They actually gave Kyle Larson the hat to draw the numbers from, and I won. I had number 44. I only know that because of my little slips in there. That's the only reason I know. But this car is really awesome, and it was my first Larson 124, so pretty cool that it's signed too. Alright, now starting off with the 2016s Kyle Larson cars. Here's the Showdown winner. Obviously I've got it on this side because that's where all the cool parts of the car. I got that signed at the Plan B sales event last year. Really cool. Kyle's a little bit awkward. He's a nice guy whenever you meet him. I'd recommend it if you have the chance. Here's my 2016 Michigan winner. Really cool car. Also autographed. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it. Barely. You can barely see it. Right there. I might tilt it toward the light a little bit, see if you can see it better. It looks worse. It looks less visible on camera than it does in real life, but I brought my own Sharpie to the racetrack. This was at Martinsville last October. I got that signed, and I brought my own Sharpie, and I forgot. I didn't realize it was just the shittiest fucking Sharpie I've ever had. So the next car I got signed by Kyle, I let him just use his black one, which I don't prefer that, but anyway, here's the Target Darlington car, and as you can see, it's just a big Target logo. It's a paint scheme. I reviewed this on my channel. If you want to go take a look at it, that one's not autographed, so anyway, if you want to go take a look at that, you can. It's on my channel. And off to the 2017s, and then we're done. Alright, now with the last bit of Kyle Larson 124s in the collection. Whew, this is taking a long time. It's about a 3-hour video filming. Anyway, Well, this is the 2017, so this is most recent stuff. Yeah. The only standard paint scheme I have from this season is the Credit One Bank car. And, would you believe it, it is also autographed. Damn it, that's why I don't like black. I got this at Martinsville as well. This is Kyle used his own pen for this one after mine. Really just shit the bed. God dang it, you can't barely see it. Yeah, you can, there you go. Tilt it toward the light. There you go. That's signed. That's really cool. Next one up, this is actually the most recent into the collection, but it's chronologically, it comes before these other two. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. That's the Ineos Fontana win, Xfinity car. Really cool. It's kind of showing up pinkish orange, it looks on the camera. Now, granted, last time I said that, it looked like something else. It ended up actually looking okay when I put it on the computer, so we'll have to see if the color looks fine. I mean, I think it's similar enough to the actual car. It's fine. Here's the Cup Fontana win, and we've already established how fucking ridiculous this thing is. I don't know whose idea this was to really just... Come on, look at it. You fucking render got it right, man. Come on. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta move the factory back to the United States. Now I'm sounding racist to some asshole. Fuck him. Anyway, last but not least, sorry, a little tangent there. The Michigan winner, Cars 3. Now, this one's not Lionel's fault. In fact, I'm glad they made the best of the situation. Made the car. It looks, I mean, you know, if you didn't know that Cars 3 was on the car originally, this would fool you, I think. It looks like this is what it's supposed to be. I mean, you might ask why the hell it's so odd looking paint. Not odd looking, but different paint scheme. Why it's so different, but I'm really glad I own this. It's really cool. And anyway, alright, I'm not even going to put those back and get everything the way it was. It's been sleet snowing all day. We're going to have a good day. Here's the hats. I believe those are all the same. That's signed by Jeff Gordon. On the bottom of that Nationwide Throwback, that's signed by TJ Majors. I might have forgot that. Tony Stewart car, autograph Sam Schmidt, Indy 500 car, blah, 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 blah. Jimmy Johnson hat from Victory Lane 2013 at Martinsville Speedway in the spring. Martinsville in the fall, Jimmy Johnson. And one of the crew guys handed those out. That's also a Victory Lane hat. Kyle Larson Target hat. And Kyle Larson Credit One Bank hat. That is also signed. I got that at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Before the race, he was at a Milkbone Target thing. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this long as hell video. Eventually I'm going to change up my shelving and actually make it to where my 124s are viewable outside the box and in cases and stuff. But for right now, we're just going to leave it the way it is because it's cheapest the way it is. So anyway, comment, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this really long video, and consider subscribing if you want to see any more content like this. Don't worry, I won't clutter your feed very much. I post about a dozen videos a year tops, give or take. So if that's part of your concern, then there you go. You don't have to worry about that. So anyway, I'll see y'all later. This is why I don't film these very often. Jesus Christ, this took a long time.